In this video, I'll be explaining you about Jinja template. Now, Jinja is a very fast, expressive, and extensible templating engine. So it's a templating engine. It's used in programming languages to render content. It starts with a text file. So it's basically a text file used by the Jinja template engine to generate the dynamic content. So whenever you want to render dynamic content, you make use of these kind of templates. It basically allows developers to embed Python like logic, like that includes loops, conditional statement, variables, etc. into a static text file. Now, Jinja separates the document structure from dynamic data. So, document structure is separate from your actual dynamic data. So, you just write a programming construct and then that get replaced when that particular file gets processed by the engine. In this case, the Jinja template engine. Whatever content you provide as a part of the code that gets interpreted and then the data gets replaced with that specific component. Template contains placeholders and logics that can be replaced with actual values when template is rendered. So it is Jinja is written in Python. It's like a Django template engine. Now these are a couple of URLs which I have provided. I'll just go through that URL shortly. So this is a sample code. You can basically use Jinja templates in HTML by embedding the dynamic placeholders and rendering them with Python. You need not write all this piece of code. This is just like an example. I've taken it from internet. Now, basically, this is how it starts. So curly braces, percentage sign, percentage sign, and curly braces, and then this is your statement. Now, within this curly braces and percent sign, there are various constructs which you can use. Now, in this case, it's about extending the template. Then we have a block object. Then we have a for loop. You can even embed HTML content within the the code, the Jinja code over here. Now, as you see over here, ahref equal to, usually we just write the name of the HTML file or the URL, but then this one is user.url. So what happens is, like, when the for loop runs, it picks up the user object, and then from within user object you have a property of user URL, and then that gets replaced as a ahref. And same with user.username. So all the users, so take for example, if there are 5 users, this loop will run 5 times, and then 5 users details will be typed in the HTML page. What are the feature of Jinja template? Basically, it allows that sandbox execution. So it always runs within the context of that sandbox, so that it is isolated and it runs within the vicinity of a specific engine. It has got a properties of a template inheritance, uh, automatic HTML escaping. So like the escape characters which you write within your code. Uh, Makes use of macros, or you call it as a reusable component. Then there are filters, that basically it's a function that transforms the value. So you can write a text and then you can specify a filter, like if you want to convert that text to uppercase or lowercase, or you want to perform some operations within that. It has got a lot of functions. You get a control flow by utilizing the conditions and the loop, like the if, for, while. It has got ahead of time template compilation, so that's one of the feature, and it has got just-in-time Python code compiler, and all the syntax is configurable. Now, this is how the basic syntax looks like. So if you want to print something, you put it in a double curly braces opening, double curly braces close, and then you put whatever text you want within this. When you want to interpret some content or run some say function, you put a curly brace and a percent and curly brace, and then here you are basically setting a variable. So this is just one example to set a variable. Now, for a comment, you put in a curly braces hash, and then you put a comment within that. Now, as you see over here, within two curly braces, if you want to interpret the value of var x, now var x is 24, so it will uh, put the value as 24, and plus you can put some filter around it. Now filter is not just a keyword, but then here you perform some operation, like I give you an example, like if you want to convert that into an uppercase or a lowercase, so you can specify within that one single statement. With conditions, you have an if block, you have an end if block, and then whatever logic you want, you can put it over here. So if the user's role is admin, then do something. If the user role is not an admin, then perform some operations. So this is how you can write the code within a simple uh, Jinja template. Now, this may look familiar to you. I will go through that particular process when you start using different programming languages to perform that operation. Now, for Jinja template, like if you navigate to Palettes Jinja, now you will be able to see all the details about the Jinja template. So that is, it has they have given you a nice interpretation about what Jinja is. This is an example which I just showed you. And also, if you navigate to Jinja documentation, here you will be able to see all the basics of Jinja, high level API, how to use it, what are the different template globals. So all this informations are present within this particular URL. Now, similar to Jinja, if you see Power Pages, now within Power Pages, you can go ahead and start creating pages within a Power Pages site. So just by clicking plus page, you'll be able to create a page from standard layout or a custom layout. Once you create a page, you have an option to navigate to the backend like edit code. Now here, if I go into edit code, I'll be taken into the code behind. Now within the code behind, as you see over here, I can write a code. Now this looks similar to a Jinja code, but then this is like a liquid code. Now liquid code also follows that similar pattern, but it has got a different syntax. But then the whole construct remains the same. Like if you want to put something in a if you want to render something, you can just put a text around it. If you want to set a variable, now instead of set you have assign. Similarly, if you want to put some filter around, you put a pipe and then you say upcase, lowercase, etc. So like that you can go ahead and start building your liquid code. Now again, all these interpretations are taken from this programming language. So if you read through the Ginger documentation and if you see the liquid code, you might see a lot of similarity. Now, Microsoft has given you a documentation for Power Pages Liquid, and here the example which I gave you, like assignment of a string, assignment of a number, assignment of a boolean value or an array. So these all things are documented. If you want to look into the syntax, you can have a look into it. Now the example, if you see over here, if and end if, so that's all about putting that if condition. So introducing that conditional operator within the liquid template. Now, if you see, there's a lot of similarity from those templates which I just showed you. So just to summarize, basically what a Jinja template is. So Jinja template is a very fast, expressive, and extensible templating engine. It's a text file used by the Jinja template engine to generate dynamic content, and it's closely aligned with Python, so it contains placeholders and logic that can be replaced with the actual values when template is rendered. So it's all about rendering the content for a dynamic website, and the dynamic content will get replaced with the code which you write within Jinja. So that's it, folks. This is all about Jinja template. Thanks for watching.